Welcome back to What Bike Next. Yes, Simon and I will once again be going head-to-head to find a BikeSocial member their very next bike. I've still got to do that. I don't know what it is. It's like an obsession. But we could be doing the same for you. And of course, BikeSocial is part of Bennetts. That simply means the more insurance we sell, the more likely it is that we can make content like this. And we start, as always, by offering a big virtual hug to Bridgestone and to K&N Filters for helping make this series. So, in fact, Gary from Bridgestone is coming up later on in the episode with another top tyre tip. You join us here at Superbike Factory, Milton Keynes, where we are planning to open up the wallet of a BikeSocial member to help them find their next bike. And today it is Mark Henderson. So let's go and meet him.
Hello everyone at BikeSocial. My name is Mark. This is my Suzuki V-Strom 650 in the background. It's a great bike. However, I would like to see if there's something out there that would reignite my passion for motorcycling, whether it's a smaller capacity or something just funky. I look forward to your suggestions. Thank you.
And here he is now. Mark, thank you so much for joining us and letting us be a part of your motorcycling journey. Now, tell me, first of all, you've got quite an interesting career behind you, haven't you?
Yes, I've been in the Army as an Army Chaplain for nearly 21 years almost.
Wonderful. And have you been riding for that time as well?
Some of that time. Kept thinking I'll buy a new bike, but I never did. I never succumbed. I kept looking.
What are you riding currently?
Suzuki V-Strom 650.
Oh, okay.
It's meant to be the Grand Tour. I seldom have the bags on.
So what do you use it for mostly?
Mostly for pleasure at the minute. There was an expectation that I would use it for commuting, but clearly with uniform and all that sort of stuff, I thought I'll not do that.
What is it that you're looking for? Are you looking for a direct replacement or are you adding to your Suzuki?
I think it would be a replacement, more because obviously, as much as I would like to have a garage full, that's the expense, the practicality, the annoyance to my wife would be too much.
And so what are you looking for? I mean, you're looking for more power, more performance, a bigger bike, a newer bike? What's the driver behind this?
Key is enjoyment. The key is to enjoy it and want to go riding on it more frequently. I'm a little bit jealous of my friends at work who just have some smaller bikes, some bigger bikes, but they use them every day. I don't do that. They live closer to work than I do, so they just use it on camp. I don't.
I have to say, looking at your requirements and your list of bikes that you suggested you'd be interested in, it's quite diverse. Because we go from electric bike, curious, you say, to Harley-Davidson Sportster, to Kawasaki Hybrid, to Honda CRF 300. And you currently ride a 650 V-Strom. So that's kind of, is that because you're not really sure what style of bike you want?
I think that's probably it. Preference is adventure-based, just because of my height and comfort and all that, back injuries and etc. Having said that, I think it's just to see what's out there, because you don't know what you don't know.
What do you think about rider aids? Is there anything that's pushing you, or anything else about a bike other than power and adventure that you can perhaps that will help Simon and I choose something that's relevant?
Well, I suppose my V-Strom is quite basic. It's a 2011, 2012. And so it's fairly basic. It would be nice to have a nice screen. Perhaps something just not to restrict my riding, but to improve it.
Okay, so we have a kind of a default preference for adventure bikes, which isn't necessarily where you want to go, but it's because of your size. But there's some touring in there, some distance. You kind of hinted at that as well. You kind of like the technology side of things a little bit, but performance is not an issue.
No.
Right. Is there any style of bike that you're absolutely opposed to?
I'm going to offend somebody. No,
I'm not setting you up for this.
I'm not a great fan of sports bikes.
Okay, that's fine.
You know, I think the closest I ever had to that was a VFR 750 Honda or
Good choice.
a VF 400. That was about as close as I went.
Okay.
What about budget side?
Budget. How much money have you got to
Yeah,
spend?
that's one of
Money, again, that'll be a conversation to be had with my beloved. But we're looking
No
at...
good talking to him.
That's true. I've got to negotiate the level playing field at the start
Yeah.
and then the higher ground later. We're talking, you know, I said 5 to 10, but I think realistically we're talking 5 to 7.5-ish.
Gotcha.
Does that give you enough?
It's
Very
a-
broad, isn't it?
It's a very broad picture.
But I like that,
Yeah, because we've got loads of scope. There's plenty of stuff to choose from.
definitely. Are you happy you're leaving us with that brief that was quite wide?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to.
All right, come on then, let's go shopping.
Have a look.
Right, let's see if we can find Mark his next bike. Mark's going to test ride 3 used bikes we think might suit him best. One chosen by me, one chosen by Simon, and then a mystery bike, selected this time by Superbike Factory accessories supervisor, Glenn Scott. Then at the end, we're going to find out which bike Mark prefers, and hopefully we'll have answered his question, what bike next? Mark will be testing our 3 bike choices on the What Bike Next test route. It's an hour-long loop and he'll take in the twisty roads of Buckinghamshire, a mixture of A's and B's, in town and out. Plenty of riding for Mark to get a feel for his next bike.
Mark's brief is so vast. I mean, you can pretty much pick any of the bikes at Superbike Factory. It could be anything. It could be this BMW F850 GS, which is a bit similar to his V-Strom. It's like a more evolved version of it, a more advanced version of it. I don't know. Who wants to do adventure bikes? It's all adventure bikes. I think he wants something else. Let's give him another choice, another angle.
I think Mark will want an adventure bike. I think he's familiar with the idea of the bike. He's a tall guy. He just wants something a bit more modern. You know, his current V-Strom's 2011. He wants something with, you know, a bit more up-to-date tech, let's say. This 10 rate would be ideal. It's a bit over budget. And anyway, I don't want to go Yamaha because I'm certain that Simon will end up with a Tracer 9.
So as an Army Chaplain, Mark is obviously a man of faith. Now, one of the bikes he put down that he wants to try was a Harley Sportster, and as luck would have it, here at Superbike Factory, we have a Harley Sportster. And they say God rides a Harley. I'm not sure if it's going to be quite right for him. I don't want to waste my chance. I think something else is in order.
Mark, here it is, bike number 1. Are you as excited as I am?
I'm very excited.
Good to hear. Shall we have a look?
Yes, please.
Now, clearly, I've picked up on your adventure theme, so have a look. Head in. Have a look. There we go.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
That bit's mine.
Yes.
What we have here for you is the Vosges DS625X. And when I say brand new, it's got 4 miles on the clock.
Wow.
It's brand
That's
new.
amazing.
You talked about adventure bikes already in your sort of criteria, and I think you specified Vosges. You're interested in Vosges, didn't you, in your original application?
Yes, I did.
This is the model you were talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Well, that's good. That saves me from a bit of
Yeah,
embarrassment.
no, I'm really impressed. I've been wanting to ride one for a long time.
So 6-speed gearbox, 0 miles on the 4 miles on the clock. It's 6,199, £6,200. So it's well within budget. That's on the road price as well. Yeah, what do you reckon?
No, lovely. It's a beautiful bike. I can't wait to ride it.
There's plenty of spec on it as well. There's a few electronics. It's got a great big screen, USB-C. It's got engine bars. It's kind of got the presence.
Oh, wow.
You're keen, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm very keen to get it.
You want to get out on it?
I do.
All right, now go on then. Let's go and grab your helmet and your jacket and we'll go. Well, let's see if bike number 1 can win Mark over, or perhaps he doesn't have an appetite for a Chinese. We don't tend to offer many brand new bikes on the show, but Mark had specifically mentioned the Vogue in his application. Because of the price point, it fits perfectly within Mark's budget. And then there's 0 miles on the clock and a virginal seat to nestle into. Vogue has quickly become one of the standout Chinese manufacturers because of its apparent value for money. That aside, this one is a shade over £6,000, and for an adventure bike equipped with a centre stand, handguards, tyre pressure monitoring system, LED spotlights and even a dash cam built into the bike's nose, offers remarkable value. Clearly, we're here to help Mark, and other than being wowed by the spec sheet on a PCP deal, not only would it work out to be around £80 a month after a £1,400 deposit, but there'd be some protection because of an agreed final value. There are plenty of rivals playing in this field too. Honda NX 500, Suzuki V-Strom 650, Yamaha Tenere 700, Triumph Tiger Sport 660, Cove 510X, Mark, how is your experience on the wonderful Vogue? It almost fits in with the background, doesn't it? It feels like camouflage.
It does, actually. It does. It's a lovely bike. Very comfortable. Very like the V-Strom.
Okay. Is that a good thing?
There's not the novelty factor, but there is the familiarity and the newer tech. So that's the big thing.
Yeah.
It's really comfortable. I could see me riding this a lot.
Simon's sad. You're sad.
I'm not sad. I'm just sort of frowning because I think, is it not a bit familiar?
That is the disadvantage and the advantage.
And the advantage. Yes, I agree.
But variety is the spice of life.
True, but this is comfortable. It's quite revvy, but it's fun.
Okay.
I think the 14-year gap between the V-Strom and the Vogue possibly is enough of a difference.
I think
they have come a long way. Yeah, fair enough.
So.
Okay, well, I think we should go and try the
bike number 2.
Bike number 2.
Bike number 2 coming up. So there's like hundreds of second-hand bikes right here, all the way through the showroom. But if someone was going to buy second-hand, have you got top tips?
Yes, mate. I've got one top tip, because there are so many models and so many special editions now, you've got to know what you're buying. And the place to look is BikeSocial.co.uk or our Bennett's YouTube channel to find out exactly what it is you're looking at.
There's about 1,300. In fact, there's more than 1,300.
Exactly. Yeah. And also modifications. If your bike's modified, I suppose you've got to know if your insurer will insure it.
Well, yes, you Bennetts. We've got 20 of the most common modifications, just complimentary. You don't even have to declare them.
Like bar ends and braided hoses and exhausts.
All of the above, so long as it's road legal, of course. And there's a 24/7 claims line and a Coventry-based call centre, no less.
Should we get on with the show?
That's a good idea.
Mark, so we've seen the Vogue, you've been out for a ride. Now, far be it from me to suggest that Michael's never had an original thought, but it's an adventure bike. And I kind of got the feeling from your list that you wanted to experience some other kinds of bike.
Absolutely.
And one of the bikes you mentioned was a Harley-Davidson Sportster. Now, I can't in good conscience push you down that road, but maybe I can push you down this one. Shall you have a look?
Yes, indeed. Look forward to it. Oh.
It's in there somewhere.
Oh, I see.
Now then.
Ah.
You see, I just had this picture of you on a sunny day, bombing along down a country lane, in the breeze in your hair and flies in your teeth and just enjoying yourself. That's what this will do.
Wow.
And also, I notice you're wearing a Triumph
I am.
branded
That
jacket.
is pure
How
coincidence.
about that? Again, thank you. So this is a Street Twin. This is a 2019 model, so it's kind of their relaunched version. Came with a little bit more power. It's a 900cc engine. This has got 64 horsepower, so it's not overly powerful, but it's a nice amount. It's a good amount of torque. It's got better suspension. I think they've upgraded the brakes on this model as well. You've got a traction control for a little bit of technology.
Good.
It's 2,400 miles. It's one owner, and it's £6,290.
Wow.
So it's really low mileage.
It's fun. It's fun. I'm really looking forward to riding it. Absolutely. Wouldn't be my first choice, but I'm excited about riding it because I'm all in for change.
I'm convinced the riding experience will make it for you. Look, you've even got little panniers to put things
Absolutely.
in. Right. Okay. Well. Okay. Not
Fantastic.
quite the reaction I wanted, but should we go for a ride?
I think so.
Let's do it.
Let's do that.
So let's see if bike number 2 is what Mark is after, or perhaps it's a little too left field.
Well, Michael played a bit of a blinder there, choosing the Vosges for Mark. It's a nice price for a new adventure bike and it's got a lot of gadgets, but I don't know. Mark doesn't strike me as that adventure guy. And while Mark says the Street Twin isn't his first choice, he also says he wants to enjoy his riding. Keep the faith, Mark. The Street Twin is exactly what you're after. It's a charming bike to look at. It's a charming bike to ride. And if you don't come back with a smile on your face, feeling all warm and at one with the Triumph from the off, then there's something seriously off-kilter with my judgment. I sense something spiritual developing between you and the Street Twin. For a start, it's a cracking looking bike and it's well put together, something Triumph's modern classics have got nailed down. Then there's the delightful ride dynamic, gloriously smooth throttle control, bags of torque. Variety is the spice of life, so Mark, how about being adventurous in your bike choice and not going for an adventure bike? Choose the Street Twin, mate. It's a match made in heaven. So Mark, you wanted an adventure bike. I gave you a Street Twin. Some people might say that's left field. I say that depends upon which direction you come at the field. It could be right field. I thought with the fact you were wearing the Triumph jacket was a bit of divine intervention.
Oh.
Was there anything divine about the Street Twin?
You're clutching at straws.
He needs to, Mark.
All I'll say is that it's a beautiful bike.
Yeah,
It rides really well,
yeah.
fantastically smooth. It feels like it's got nice delivery of power when you go through the gears, so it really feels as if it's got some oomph in it. The downside, and it is a slight downside, is that it's quite small.
Yes.
It's tiny. I'm struggling a bit with my leg length, but apart from that, love it. Would see myself riding this almost every day.
It's got panniers, so at least you talked about getting your uniform in for the commute.
You could actually.
It is compact, I'll give you that. It's tight.
It feels like a city bike.
Mm.
It feels like something I would take, to a cafe.
It has got that sort of practicality in the sense you don't have to haul it out of the garage, it merely rolls out of the garage.
No, it's lovely. It's super light. It's easy to maneuver.
Mhm.
All that good stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the crampedness
But it's
on the.
small. Okay. I knew I should have picked you the Scrambler.
Well, there's plenty of other options out there. Shall we go and see what the Superbike Factory has for us in terms of the mystery bike? All right, we'll find out. But before we find out what the mystery bike is, let's go and find out what Gary has in store for us in this top tyre tip.
Hello, I'm Gary Hargreaves from Bridgestone. During this series, we've got some tyre tips for you when buying a used bike from a private seller. Here's tip number 3. Dot code. On the side wall of the tyre, at the end of the dot code, there's 4 digits. This is 4424, so it's the 44th week, 2024. That's the date of manufacture. There's generally a 5-year manufacturer's warranty, so ensure that the tyre fits within this 5-year period when you buy the bike.
Thank you, Gary. Right, onto the mystery bike then, and let's see what Superbike Factory's Glenn Scott has up his sleeve for Mark.
Hi, my name is Glenn Scott. I'm the accessory supervisor here. I've been here since a couple of months after we opened. The bike itself, the brand, it speaks for itself. It's an all-rounder, huge amounts of power. It has an upright riding position. Seating position is probably one of the most comfortable bikes I've ever been on. Ideal for long distances, ideal for the green lanes. It turns heads, there's no question about that. The aesthetics of the bike is nice. Stainless steel flange bolts, all the cabling is cleated back with a nice metal clip. Other brands that I've come across, they just use a cable tie.
I think, Mr. Hargreaves, that the adventure theme might be have caught on a little bit with Superbike Factory. Anyway,
Okay.
Mark, shall we?
Yes.
We don't know what this is, so
I don't know.
I'm as excited as you are.
I am very
I'll
excited.
grab it by the ears and pretend to help. It is a Honda Transal.
Transal.
Very
Okay.
nice.
So I was right about the adventure theme.
Very nice.
2024 model, 620 miles only.
I was going to say it's brand new.
Yeah, it's a shade under £8,000. Top E on your
Wow.
budget.
Yeah.
Parallel twin, obviously.
Ooh,
Have you ridden one? I know you're an ABR fan, aren't you? An ABR Festival fan.
I have never ridden this one. I've ridden many Hondas, but VFR, VF.
Yes, you said, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this.
This is kind of like a modern version of your V-Strom, really, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah.
Could imagine, yes. Hopefully it feels very similar.
5 riding modes, 5 traction control settings, 3 engine braking modes, all the gadgets.
Well, all the gadgets apart from cruise control.
Yes. And heated grips. Do you fancy hitting the road?
I do indeed. Love
Righto.
to. Very excited.
Are we going to see a Honda in Mark's garage? It's time for him to ride bike number 3. Glenn, you've played a good hand here. I'll give you that. The Transalp's a seriously good option for Mark. In a world of expanding middleweight adventure choices, Honda's version sits in its range between the NX500 and the Africa Twin, weighing almost the same as the NX, but making almost the same power as its larger sibling. It's almost perfect as an all-round road goer too. New riders and old hands alike enjoy the usable power, easy handling, comfort and frugal fuel economy. And that extra power over the NX means there's enough for some comfortable two-up riding. There's certainly more oomph from this parallel twin versus the V-twin of Mark Suzuki. It's tall, but then so is Mark. And the riding position should suit him too. But I'm starting to think this Transalp is a very good match for my Vosges choice, though it is £1,800 pricier. Mark's got a tough choice here, I feel. Mark, we ended up with 2 adventure bikes, or adventure-style bikes. Is this too similar to the Vosges, or what did you think about the Honda?
The Vosges, for me, is more road-centred. This is a little bit less, a little bit harder, a little bit more uncomfortable. Nice bike, nice height, all that good stuff. I'll say more about the Vosges later, but the Vosges is very comfortable.
What are the similarities with the V-Strom? Has it any?
Height-wise, a little bit similar. The bars, lengthwise, similar. All very familiar, if you like. I know we say this about Honda's, not terribly exciting in any. It does everything well.
Interesting.
Do you know, for me, actually, this is quite an interesting little sort of mini road test. It's quite an interesting comparison between the Vosges and the Honda, the Transalp, and I'm quite interested to hear more of what you think about the two. Should we retire for a cup of tea? Good stuff. Let's do it.
Mark, 3 bikes, 3 sets of keys. We've even got some goodies from our lovely sponsors, K&N, who, if you decide to buy any of these bikes, will furnish you with goodies such as an air filter and an oil filter and a cleaning kit. Bridgestone is the same. They will provide you with a new set of tyres or a big Bridgestone logoed up bag. Anyway, an interesting day, I think. Well, no, that's for you to answer, I suppose. Has it been an interesting day?
Yes, it has. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. Variety was important.
Have you learned things about yourself and about your choice, your next move?
I have.
That's good.
May I suggest we work through the bikes one by one and you kind of give us a bit of a pro and a con to each, or pros and cons, don't restrict it to just one.
That's fun.
Should we start with the Vosges then, considering that's bike number 1?
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So I keep wanting to do that, Vogue, but it's not, is it? It's Vosges. Sorry.
That's
Terrible.
Sorry, everyone.
You are not Madonna. Maradona, maybe. But, so
Hand of God.
yes,
Anyway.
very good, very good. Oh, yeah, still there.
Tell me what you liked about it, please.
It's comfort. Absolutely a joy to ride. Seat, immaculate positioning, all the usual stuff. It almost fitted my size perfectly, I thought.
Great start.
Yeah.
Other than comfort, how did you get on with the engine? Whether the electronics, did you get a chance to play with all that, or the ride that you did?
No, not really, but not a chance to play with any of the electronics. Would have liked to, because that's part of the fun. But I think from perspective of the engine, it's a little bit revvy, but then I suppose that's normal for that type of bike. Relatively smooth, gear change, all the usual stuff, smooth, so it felt really comfortable.
Anything you didn't like about it?
Maybe it was felt as if a little bit noisy, but again, that's the type of the bike, because I'm used to that with the V-Strom there, even with the earplugs in.
Yeah.
So like wind noise, just general kind of
And also the
turbulence.
engine, that kind of buzz that it has.
Okay.
But that's my perspective on it.
What about the look of the thing? Do you like the look of it?
I do. I love the look of it. The colour is very camouflage-esque.
Very appropriate. Yes.
Yeah, very nice. I
Yeah.
like that. What's not to like?
A very army-style bike. So £6,200, brand new, but it's got 4 miles. Well, it had 4 miles, and they've got a few more now. But it's a brand new bike at £6,200. It's almost too good to be true, isn't it?
I mean, is that part of your calculation? You're thinking, this is a new bike for that kind of money.
I think so. I think it has to be when you're used, always buying second hand, and you think somebody's offering me it this reasonable. A, what's the catch? B, is there any catch?
Well, I have to ask, is there any concern about the fact that it's Chinese?
Not so much now, because everybody raves about Chinese bikes. Lots of my friends have Chinese bikes, relatively happy. I suspect their longevity, may be an issue. Engine-wise, I can't see there being much not to like.
So it could be your next bike, and then potentially your bike after that as well.
Could be.
Or even, it's not going to be your long-term bike, but it might be a short-term bike. Perhaps that's the solution.
Yeah.
Should we skip ahead? Bike number 2, Simon?
Is there any point?
Oh, look at him, he's
Oh,
forlorn.
there is.
Okay, so let's talk about the Triumph then, and the Street Twin. So I was taking a bit of a flyer with that, thinking that perhaps because of your eclectic choices, I thought maybe it might fit in. Had it been perhaps a sunny day and nice and warm, you might have felt a bit more, but it didn't fit you.
Okay, I start with the positive. Absolutely loved it. It was great fun.
Yep.
What it taught me was I could almost like any bike, and that kind of genre of bike I had never looked at. I've always walked past them, thought, don't like the look of them. They're too compact. There's no fairing, there's no wind protection. But yet, on the road, I thought, this is a lot of fun. Around a city, could ride it all day.
Yeah.
It's a nice light clutch action, isn't it, on that?
Super.
And it's a lovely engine note too.
And what surprised me was, given that it's a 900, that it's so smooth. It doesn't feel like a 900. But then once you flick it a bit, it pulls you away nice and comfortably.
Triumph do make astonishingly flat torque curves. They're just featureless. There's lots of it, and they're just flat. So you get that power delivery that's always super linear. Their fueling is also really good, so the engines are always really easy to control. All of which counts for nothing if the bike doesn't fit.
Just legroom, really, on it. Once you're riding it, not a problem, but in long term, maybe. What I would say is that it's so incredibly easy to ride. I never felt out of my depth with it at all. Usually prefer 600s, that sort of thing. But that's so easy to ride.
You mentioned earlier off camera, I think, about the confidence it gave you as a rider.
Yes, because I have to say, I was going to say, you that was the bike that you seemed to me to be most comfortable on. In terms of not comfortable physically, but in terms of your riding confidence. Looking behind you in the mirrors, I could thinking, yeah, you'll definitely feel happier on that bike.
It was. There's not much that I didn't like about it. Torn, shall we say.
The mystery bike was the Transalp, the Honda Transalp. Again, a very new version, only just over 600 miles, so it's almost only just been sort of run in. Slightly over budget, it's up towards £8,000, and it did fit you. I mean, I could see that from the, watching you ride it. It seemed like you were much more comfortable on that, much like the Vogue.
I liked it. I wanted to like it more than I did.
Okay.
It's really uncomfortable. The seat, the setup, it feels rock solid to me. It gave me confidence going across the sort of potholes. I felt more comfortable with this than any of the others. But it was like a rock. I felt really uncomfortable. I wanted to fidget every time I was on it.
Right.
The material in the seat,
Yeah, and just the setup, I
maybe
think.
the rear suspension.
And the
too.
suspension as well just felt harsh. It felt,
Yeah.
what, like choppy, like kind of, you
Yeah,
know.
just rigid,
Yeah.
rigid. But that I know that's very perception. You know, that's very personal.
That's a fair comment. It's a fair comment.
Also, I didn't like the flow of power. It felt as if it was too jerky. You know, and you know, the gearbox a bit clunky.
It doesn't have a quick shifter, does it?
It doesn't,
And you
no.
tried it in 2 different riding modes. I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ah, so we're discounting the Transalp then.
it's not for me. And also, I've got to say, it is ugly from my perspective. I don't like it.
Do you know when it was launched? It came. One of the launch colours was kind of aping the original Transalp colours, and it was that kind of white and red and blue, almost an HRC. It was very Honda colours, and I thought it was a really handsome-looking bike. What have they done to it with these colours? This grey has made it very anonymous. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's a different option. Maybe they still do the nice bright colours, but yeah, I found the colour was. I could hardly see you behind me. I was thinking, it's disappearing.
Have we missed anything? You've had a chance to walk around here at
Yeah.
Superbike Factory. You've also had a shopping list already, haven't you, that you presented to us
Yes.
almost at your application stage. Is there anything that you want to go and now try, that having ridden these 3 bikes and seen what else is out?
I think the Triumph has made me think I wouldn't mind a scrambler, and I wouldn't mind going down that route. Any of them, you know, Ducati or Triumph. The other one, I know you're going to dislike this. I really would like to try a Pan American
Would
HD.
you?
The Harley Davidson.
I know, partly just the name, the badge, but it's not a Harley. You know, it's not Harley-esque.
Yeah, I understand.
It's just unique.
So it's kind of got it's got the Harley badge, which is a good thing, and it's not a Cruiser V-twin, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of okay, fair enough.
The other bikes I would like to have tried, maybe an Italian bike.
The Guzzi or
Yeah,
the
I think
Ducati?
so.
See,
I think so.
I was thinking Scrambler, the Ducati Scrambler as well, maybe, or you know, like the old Desert X, or not. What was it called?
What about the Mandello? What about the V100?
Or the Guzzi? Yeah, we've seen a Guzzi out there
Guzzi,
today.
Guzzi.
Maybe, yeah.
What it's reminded me is that there really isn't a bad bike out there. There are just variations.
Yeah.
It's all about finding the bike for you and for
Yeah.
your purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I suppose you came with quite a fairly open criteria, didn't you? A fairly broad mind or open mind.
It's quite difficult, isn't it? Because if you fundamentally like an engine and 2 wheels, then all bikes are great.
Yeah.
They are.
It's just how they make you feel, whether that one makes you feel better or you know, which you prefer.
Good. All right. So
Excellent.
where are we at then? We've discounted the Transalp. We've seemingly discounted the Triumph. Is the Vosges up there? We sort of top of the shopping list.
The Triumph is there for the summer and inner city.
2 bikes. Oh.
And then the Vosges, practicality, cost, all the usual stuff. I could see me enjoying that.
Okay. Well, for the sake of our competition, that's half a point because that's the one you've chosen. That's half a point. Are you going to buy it?
Now there's a good question. I've got to be honest and say that I'm hoping in the next few months maybe to sell or exchange my V-Strom, and it'll be, it may just be a Vosges. It may, you know.
So that is a no at present.
at present, but it's close to changing it.
That's fine. That doesn't count. It's still half a point.
Yeah, I'll take that. Will you let us know then, as
Of course I will. Be
whatever
delighted
happens
to.
next, and then what I can do is record a voiceover for the end of the show and let everybody know
No.
just what happens.
Yeah, of course.
Terrific, Mark. Thank you for coming along today and letting us guide you at least.
Yes. Thank you to BikeSocial.
It's been our pleasure. Simon must be feeling the pressure now. A big half point to me. Actually, I don't know whether it's going to be converted into a full point. I get the feeling that Mark is still very open-minded, even after a day here with us at Superbike Factory. Clearly, he liked the Vosges and didn't like the Honda or the Triumph, but you never know. He's sort of alluded to the fact that he might be waiting for a bit of a payout at the end of his Army service, and then he'll be making a decision. Anyway, thank you for staying with us. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode. In the meantime, don't forget to come and join us on our Facebook group. It's a private group. It's called Bennetts BikeSocial. We've got our own social media clubs, over 2,000 members. It's called Bike Club. Or, of course, BikeSocial membership. If you're not yet a member, then why not? It's free if you insure your bike directly with Bennetts. If not, you can still access it. It's £6 a month or £60 a year. And then you get access to over 200 all sorts of brilliant things to do with motorcycling, whether that's clothing discounts or competitions or any kind of exclusives. Just come and check it out. Right, thanks again, and we'll see you next time on What Bike Next. I'll start by saying, what was the other one? Honda.
First use of the new clapperboard.
Hey, Macarena. Yay! Rolling, rolling, rolling. So, hang on, so what are we doing here?
Had someone use Einstein's theory of general relativity as a way of describing a 270-degree crank, but he went for it.
Mark will be going home on his new Vosges.
Okay, well.
I don't know where the clapperboard is.
Oh, he lost it already.